Hello there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm going to be officially updating you on some more current latest news. Now, Ozil apparently, as I did mention on a couple of videos, is linked with Borussia Dortmund. I think Borussia Dortmund have got an interest in Mesut Ozil from Arsenal. We've got Ozil, that's coming to an end of his contract. You've got Chamberlain there, who looks like he's on his way out. He's coming to an end of his contract, and he's clarified that he does want to leave. And you've got Sanchez there, that's coming to an end of his contract. You've got Kieran Gibbs there, looks like he'll be going. You've got Mustafi there, who looks like he could be going as well. But Arsenal won't lose them all, I don't think, but they could lose at least two of them current players at least, especially ones that are coming to the end of their contract. But anyway, Mesut Ozil, apparently Borussia Dortmund are interested. Obviously, they've just sanctioned Ousmane Dembele off of Borussia Dortmund, so they've got quite a bit of money for that. Obviously now Borussia Dortmund are looking for them alternative replacements for Ousmane Dembele, and in my opinion they could use that money they've raised, the majority of that money, to try and get Mesut Ozil on the board, especially to the start of the season that Arsenal have had. They have been struggling. Against Stoke, they created a lot of chances but didn't take them. They beat Leicester 4-3, but only just. But they looked bad defensively, and they were absolutely shocking defensively against Liverpool with Arsenal. So this could mean Ozil may consider making the current move. The player who has been demanding a £220,000 a week salary. He basically wants an increase in his current wage as well. I read about before, but Ozil is a player that's been at Arsenal for 4 years. He'd been in who would he been now? He'd been in the Bundesliga for 5 or was it 6 years or something like that. I think he won quite a few honours. He was at Schalke for a couple of years. He went to then he went to currently Werder Bremen, and then I think he joined Real Madrid in 2010, and he won the La Liga with one. He won the Copa del Rey with them. He's won the FIFA World Cup with Germany before. He was at Real Madrid for 3 years, and then Arsenal had purchased him off the Bob team for £42.5 million back in 2013. Mesut Ozil, I think that made him the highest paid player for Germany. Did the purchase of Mesut Ozil, but he has been at Arsenal 4 years. Mesut Ozil, his performances have been fantastic, skillful, very hard working, good technical player, good at giant forward, good in the air, shows strong ambitions when he's playing, does Mesut Ozil, and he's won FA Cups with Arsenal, and he's won Community Shields. But the way Arsenal have been performing, I think he may leave the current club, Mesut Ozil, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, Ozil could leave. Borussia Dortmund are looking to get Mesut Ozil now on the board. I think he may be destined now that he does want to leave Arsenal, does Mesut Ozil. So we haven't heard much about him leaving the club recently, but it's just coming to the equation last couple of days that Borussia Dortmund have been linked with Mesut Ozil, and Arsenal are going to raise quite a bit of money for this. But with the transfer window coming to a halt now, I can't see him buying any more players, and I think Wenger is going to have to make plans for their spending spree in January. And we know they've got Lacazette there, but that's not enough for Arsenal. You know, they've got to get more players on the board, as I keep saying, guys. And obviously we know the latest news about Oxlade-Chamberlain now from Arsenal. Chelsea and Liverpool are heavily linked with him. Apparently Arsenal are demanding that they want £35 million at least for the player. He has suggested that he does want to leave the club, does Chamberlain. He did participate in the Liverpool game, did Oxlade-Chamberlain. I think he feels unsettled at Arsenal, does Chamberlain. They paid £15 million for him from Southampton. Chamberlain, he has been at the club now, I think, 3 or 4 years as Chamberlain. He's won FA Cups, won Community Shields, just like Ozil and Sanchez. But Arsenal have not got Champions League football. This is the first time in 2 decades they have not got Champions League football. So this potentially could go against Arsenal, guys. It could go against Arsenal. But Chamberlain, very versatile, very quick, very good in the air when he's on form. I think he got 6 goals and 11 assists for Arsenal last season. Wenger said he's still not keen, he will be sanctioned off, and he's classified him as huge talent, and he's still an important figure for the team. Chelsea have had a £25 million bid rejected. Chelsea have been in negotiation over Arsenal over a £35 million bid. But I think that's what Arsenal are declaring, that they do want £35 million for Oxlade-Chamberlain as well. And you've got Kieran Gibbs that's going to be leaving there as well. Gabriel's already left Arsenal, so they could lose quite a lot of the players, you know, in one transfer window, just like basically Monaco have. So it's similarities, isn't it? And you've got Mustafi there, as reports have broke out. Di Marzio and the Italian press had reported that he'd agreed to join Inter Milan. Inter Milan initially were keen on getting him on a loan deal, but Arsenal clarified that they'd rather sanction him off so they can recoup the funds of around about the price that they initially paid for him last summer from Valencia. Mustafi, he made an impact to start the season last season, but he came a flop towards the end of the second part of the season last season. Currently didn't participate in their game against Liverpool as well, did Mustafi. But yeah, Mustafi, very, very good player of what I've watched of him. But Arsenal have currently only had the player a season. Apparently Di Marzio's announced Napoli are interested in the player. I think someone else has been interested in Mustafi from Arsenal. But he could now be potentially making the move before this current window ends. And I said with Alexis Sanchez case, City may come in late to plot a £70 million bidding. That may potentially persuade Arsenal to offload the player. May be keen on keeping him to see out his deal, then he becomes free next summer as a free transfer. He's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons, but City have spent a lot on this transfer window. They're still convinced they can get Johnny Evans centre-back, still convinced they can get Alexis Sanchez. Alexis Sanchez, though, he's keen on reuniting with Manchester. Pep Guardiola, they were fantastic together at Barcelona. They had a fantastic relationship and they bonded fantastically well together. You know, he's approached Paris Saint-Germain quite a few times. Sanchez has rejected the £300,000 a week offer from Arsenal. He's demanding, he wants £400,000 a week, does Alexis Sanchez. He scored over nearly 30 odd goals last season for Arsenal, but they're still know he's an essential player. He's creative, very good in the air, very good at giant forward, very precise with the ball. Can play in other numerous positions as well, so very, very good versatile player, Alexis Sanchez. But I think he's keen on that he does want to make the move. Obviously, he hadn't played football since Confederations Cup till he participated in their defeat to Liverpool yesterday. And you could just tell he just feels very, very unhappy with the club, does Alexis Sanchez. He just quoted out, he wants Champions League football. And he said this after the Confederations Cup, and he was waiting for Arsenal to make the next move. And Wenger had mistranslated, he had no faith in the media, no faith in what Sanchez said, and he was still convinced he could secure him another deal to stay at Arsenal for another season. But the way Arsenal are performing now, especially haven't got Champions League football, quite a few players will want to leave and elevate to a high level, challenging for trophies, being in Champions League football. And this is what players like Chamberlain, Sanchez and Ozil and all like these players want. You know, the top class players, they want to be challenging for trophies. They want to be in, Champions League football. And Arsenal have just not done this, and they just are under performing in this situation, as I said, guys. But as I did say, Arsenal's pursuit of Thomas Lemar, as said, Wenger classified it was a dead. It's totally dead. He said this the other day or last week. He said it was dead. Now that it's come to a conclusion, their pursuit of Thomas Lemar. Manchester United have an interest. We know Monaco may be reluctant and resist to sell the player, but if the right kind of money gets put on that table, it may change Monaco's stance. It could change Monaco's stance, if I am going to be quite honest with you guys. But as I did say with the Liverpool situation, Liverpool have now apparently plotted in a 66 million bid for Lemar. This could change Monaco's stance. This could actually change Monaco's stance and put 66 million bidding for the player. Liverpool have showed their interest. He's got a contract with Monaco until 2020. I think Liverpool have inquired about this. I think that due, or they have had negotiation with the vice president of Monaco over trying to get a deal finalised for Thomas Lemar. Arsenal have been interested. They've had inquiries. They've had negotiations with Monaco. They've had 2 or 3 bids rejected, turned down now by Monaco of so it looks like their pursuit of Lemar is not going to happen. I still don't think they're going to offload Lemar due to the amount of players that Monaco have already lost in basically one transfer window. They've lost the majority of the star players that were fantastic last season. But yes, apparently Liverpool put 66 million bid in. That is a club record fee if the deal was to get finalised for Lamar. But Lamar, you know, he can play anywhere on the left. He can play as a wing back. He can play anywhere up front as well, compared to Thomas Lemar. So he's very versatile, very good technical player, very good at giant forward, very, very good, precise with the ball, good in the air, got fantastic genuine pace also. And also 51 appearances, 14 goals and 14 assists is very, very impressive for Lemar, and hit the scenes in the Champions League last season as well, such as Mbappe and such as all the rest of them that did. Monaco have raised a lot of money for this, but Liverpool, obviously now, Coutinho looks like he could go. Obviously, they're eyeing out replacements because they've got Salah for 39 million. That's performing fantastically well for them. But I think they still need a bit more. You know, they need a striker. The number 9, as I said, they need someone at the back. Definitely with Lovren, that will solve Liverpool's problems. But I still think they've got problems in their team of Liverpool. But as I did say about the Philippe Coutinho thing, the Barcelona directors basically come out and said they're still negotiating a potential fee over getting a deal finalised. The current Spanish expert has come out basically, and he's currently, as he did with the Marco Asensio with Arsenal triggering his release clause, he's done it the same with regarding Coutinho. He's dispelled the myth, and he's basically clarified there's been no 148 million pound being agreed between the two clubs on Friday and Saturday. I'm going to point out, Friday and Saturday, there were fresh talks between the two clubs. There had been discussions. The owners had approached the representatives of Coutinho, and they softened their stance. Did the Liverpool board and the owners soften the stance, and they'll allow him to leave as long as this 147 and 148 million is met by Barcelona. Apparently, they did say by Monday, you've got to come to Liverpool announced that you've got to come to an agreement, or the deal could maybe off. But apparently some reports saying agreement has been made of 148 million. Some people saying the deal is all but done. But we know that Coutinho does want to make the move. We know the Barcelona director's been convinced they can get him. He's got a 5-year deal with Liverpool, and Liverpool have proven that they can play without him, because they proved it yesterday in that dramatic 4-0 win. They've still got good players in their team, but I still think they need to strengthen up. They can benefit from the Coutinho, sanction him off. They've had 4 good years out of him. They can sanction him off, raise the money, and get 1 or 2 players before the current transfer window ends. They could still get Chamberlain. Van Dijk, potentially, possibly could still get Van Dijk as well, as he's just changed his current agent to basically force to move Virgil van Dijk, as you're all aware of, as I told you yesterday. Sorry, maybe come. Yesterday, but I think Coutinho's looking to elevate to that higher level, you know, be in the mix with Messi, be in the mix with Suarez, looking at him as a long-term replacement for Iniesta. We know with Barcelona we've got Nelson Semedo, Paulinho, Deulofeu in there. Now they've got Ousmane Dembele in the ranks, who's going to do fantastic for me. But I do think they're going to get the deal finalised, because Barcelona are basically preparing to meet that £147 million. And we know a couple of weeks ago, when he handed in this transfer request, that the owners had rejected this transfer request, and they basically clarified, and Coutinho reacted to this, that he was unhappy, he wanted to make the move, but the owners weren't having any of it. They're reluctant and they resisted, and they were stood firm. Even so too, Klopp and Liverpool announced they were not willing to accept any bids whatsoever from Barcelona. But there's been a change of scenery, and he's still currently injured, Coutinho, but there's been a change of scenery since then, and since these new discussions have been going on, it softens Liverpool's stance on the current player, and all Liverpool want is a current replacement for Philippe Coutinho. 13 goals of 40 goals last season, 7 assists, very good, prolific, very agile, very fantastic playmaker for Liverpool, works hard in the midfield, good at driving forward, very skillful, got good physical attributes, and I think with Barcelona, he potentially wants to make the move because he's going to one of the best teams in the world anywhere. He's Philippe Coutinho. Liverpool have had 4 good years out of him. His performances are sublime. You know, came from Inter Milan, you know, and he's had 4 good years with Liverpool. But I potentially think they are going to come to an agreement maybe later today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. I do not know. Or it could still come to a conclusion. But the way I've been reading on reports, it looks likely he is going to depart Liverpool and he is going to currently make the move to Barcelona. And we know a 72, an 89 and 114 million bid has been rejected so far. But Liverpool are recommending that they want 147 or 148 million pound for the player. And as I say with the Virgil van Dijk guys situations, as I do keep updating you, obviously he's currently sanctioned his agent off. He's been training separately, put in a transfer request a couple of weeks ago that I did want to make the move. Southampton were reluctant and resisted to currently offload the player, but Virgil van Dijk is currently basically, he's forcing the move. You know, he's won players of the season with Southampton. He's got a 5-year contract with Southampton. Liverpool lended interest back in June because Southampton were classifying as an illegal approach, but apologies were made. Southampton did pay £12 million for him. £12 million from him from Celtic, but Southampton would benefit from this. If teams can come and offer for Virgil van Dijk £56-70 million, you'd make a huge profit out of that. But Liverpool still strongly interested. Apparently it come out the other day, Arsenal have been in negotiations with the player and his current representatives over a potential move to the Emirates. Chelsea have had a strong interest in Virgil van Dijk as well. But we will see what happens about the Virgil van Dijk situation. But yes, Liverpool have put a £66 million bid in for Thomas Lemar. That's the latest reports I'm going to update you with. As I updated you earlier on about Gareth Bale, obviously Manchester did report, Dan Bolland, Spanish publication, had reported out that Man United had put 92 million bidding for Gareth Bale. I don't see it happening. Obviously he has been at Real Madrid 4 years. Real Madrid paid £86 million for him, and when you come in with £92 million, it is tempting for Real Madrid to offload him, because in yesterday's game against Valencia he got booed off, and you know, he didn't get a good atmosphere, he didn't get a good reception, did Gareth Bale at all in that game yesterday. I think Zidane's reluctant and resisted to offload the player. I just do not see it happening. I just don't see that Bale's got any intentions of leaving Real Madrid. He has been there 4 years, he's won La Liga, he won Champions League 3 times in 4 seasons with the club. But during his 4-year period, he's had injury problems, and the Real Madrid board have been under pressure to sanction Gareth Bale off them. But Mourinho totally disregarded it after the Super Cup game. You know, he feels as though he's still under the club plans, he's under the coach's plans, so Mourinho had basically give up then. And we've heard the rumours mill since 2013 of Gareth Bale making the move to Manchester United. He looked realistic at one point. If Real Madrid were going to get the pursuit of Mbappe, they were looking to offload Bale, raise the funds and get Mbappe as their next Galactico. But that was this has now come to a conclusion, because Mbappe is going to be going to Paris Saint-Germain. And as I said, Mbappe hasn't featured in their first 3 games of this season. They've played 4. I think he featured in the first one. Monaco were confident of securing the player a new deal with Monaco, securing him a new deal, because he's only basically he only hit the scenes last season with his performances, and he was sublime in the Champions League for Monaco, and scored 20 odd goals last season for the club. But apparently, yes, PSG have invested a lot of money. Monaco have lost a lot of players. The reason it come to a conclusion with the Real Madrid pursuing him, I think initially Monaco denied suggestions that Real Madrid, the Spanish press has reported Real Madrid had agreed an initial £160 million. But I think it did, and numerous other teams have been interested in the player. But I think it come to a conclusion because the financial terms that he was demanding Mbappe, Real Madrid wasn't satisfied with that. And PSG have come in to offer him a better financial package. This is basically why this has happened. Apparently PSG have been in negotiations wrapping up £166 million for Kylian Mbappe. £166 million. So they have been in negotiations. Apparently he does want to leave the club, but what I think Monaco would still rather sell him to Real Madrid, because obviously PSG is a rival. But they've had these discussions, and apparently not fully finalised yet, but it has come to an agreement that PSG are going to get him on a loan deal. They're going to structure the deal. They're going to get him on a loan deal, and then they're going to purchase him for £166 million next summer to avoid financial fair play regulations, you know, with their pursuit of Neymar. I still think PSG still may need to offload some players, you know, to satisfy, you know, financial fair play. Aouaro set to be going, or Serge Aurier, should I say. Matuidi's obviously left PSG. They're still looking to offload 2, maybe 3 players, you know, to satisfy financial fair play. But basically, they've got to loan out Mbappe. They're going to structure the deal, and they're going to get him permanently next summer for £166 million. And I think they're going to get him on a loan, and that has come to an current agreement as this. He's just joined up with the French squad as well as Mbappe. So I think this is nearly all. I think it's nearly fully agreed. Not fully, but it has been agreed that they're going to get him on a loan deal. There's been negotiations about this, and yeah, they're going to get him for £166 million next summer. So they're going to loan him out and then get him permanently for £166 million to avoid financial fair play regulations. Paris Saint-Germain. So if he was going to Real Madrid, Mbappe, you know, he'd want that first team football, you know, of player of his calibre. But now with Bale looking like he's not going to go, Real Madrid not willing to meet the financial players' demands, the wage demands of the player, then he looks like now he's going to be making the move to Paris Saint-Germain before the current window ends, guys. Anything else to update you today? So yeah, guys, what do you? I think that's about it. Can you tell me, please, what you think to the Ozil situation? What you think to the Chamberlain situation? What you think to Sanchez? What you think to all the rest of the stuff I've been talking about you on this live video? How many house players do you think are going to go? Me, Kieran Gibbs, yes. Mustafi, yes. Chamberlain, yes. Ozil, not too sure. Sanchez, not too sure. So I do think 2 or 3 at least will leave before the current window ends. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. Subscribe as always. Press that like button and take it easy, guys. I'll see you all later. Bye.